is going to not be the lane power that I think they were expecting us. This is a throwback. Okay. Well, it will be Pantheon going. He's kind of been Zeus' kryptonite a lot of the time on other rosters.
So we're just kind of running at him. He's just going to flash away, as now we got the Pantheon here. Doran's still pretty low as they're going all in for it, and he does get the first blood, but Kanavi is going to take a turret shot and has to flash away. Owner did have to flash in to save his small little things that did happen. Faker is trying to gank top, and Zeus does not have flash. So
yeah, I mean, this Realm Warp play could absolutely work.
Trying to bait him in. There's the Realm Warp and an easy lineup for Doran to set it up. And Faker with the gank in the top lane. Zeus trying to turn it here on the Doran. It's not going to happen. And Doran even gets given the kill.
He's not able to actually make those early Weavers Wall plays successful thus far.
Right, trying to go in once again for a trade. Pays and Carrier will take that every time of the week. But this time Kanavi is here with Flash and ults available. As now the Pantheon coming in. Owner trying to make a play to help them out, but Guma and Delight had already essentially that you're not going to see gigantic mistakes most of the time, and you're not going to see B has an angle here at the top lane.
Doran's flash is back.
He does have his flash. He is going to use his ult to actually get away from the Vi, and still just holds on to his flash the whole time until the equalizer comes down. And he took that little bit of extra damage at the beginning and the burn, and that means he is just dead.
If he doesn't get that is the reason. And the Essence Reaper is done. This is where T1 want to live, is in the tempo lead, right? They have the advantage, and they're going to try to push it here top side.
Yeah, Owner's going in. No public execution here for Doran, but he's still going to exist under this turret. They're going to wait for the redive as the spear is going to miss, and now Doran's going back in. They're missing everything, as they can just wait for another spear, and hopefully that gets the job done. But no, the shield is going to save him as well, and eventually Honor says enough with it, I'll just get it done. It's Delight diving the turret, and he's going to go down. As we got Melio protecting Pace, he flashes away. There's so much pressure on the bottom side of the map, and I think eventually they should get this done as Kanavi's getting low, but they still get the kill, and they get it over to Zeka's Talia.
A little bit sloppy on both sides here. Somebody fix that quirky Gatling bug down. That's been going on for a while. Was that affecting the space earlier? There's another Realm Warp gank.
Yeah, and it looks like Zeus once again in a lot of trouble. No flash, no way for him to get out of this one. Just ults the wave. Nearly actually takes out Faker, but all calculated in the end.
I mean, side lane, so far, working decently for them. They don't have the same gold lead they had before, and it is a 2-Drake lead here for Hanwha Esports. They do have those grubs, but that is going to be the first turret to go over to this Ambet.
As we do have... Well, we had Kanavi. Oh, no, he's going to stick around, actually. Maybe thinking about going in onto Doran, as Owner is nearby and ulting in, as it's just going to be a straight-up 2v2. The equalizer pretty good, but not good enough. As ends up being just Owner getting there first, landing the CC, and unfortunately Kanavi couldn't do much after his lane, you know, just item by item, especially because Guma has not finished his Muramana and is pretty far away from doing so. They bait him in though, Pays in a lot of trouble as he flashes and he still dies. And even with Owner coming in, not able to save him, the TP not ending up doing too much, but at least pushes Doran away.
Let's see what choice they make here now, because the Herald has spawned. Dragon's up in 25, but it's not up yet, so this is kind of awkward. Razor-thin margin that Hanwha Esports had as Pace is running over, and it looks like they will just get this Dragon here. Owner looking for potential contest.
Yeah, we'll have to just wait and see if they go for the fight afterwards. Doesn't look like Owner's going to be able to do much there. As the equalizer's great in the choke. Owner puts up the shield, but immediately dies afterwards, so a little bit of a bonus treat for Hanwha Esports on top of the Dragon, as they pick up the enemy jungler as well.
This is a huge win for and the maybe Faker's win con doesn't necessarily come online. They're going to go ahead and drop this Herald down now and look for mid turret. A lot of members of Hanwha Esports here, and the potential wall for the deny.
Yeah, Cullen comes through, there's the wall, and it is going to be timed actually. That pick
the game on this one, you lost half your health on the Corki, and some of the health was traded back on the Owner, but he has the honey fruit, so he's feeling okay about it. I'm saying on to Faker, but he played it cool, he played it slow. They were able to wrestle that vision back away and get their first Dragon of the game. They'll also pick up this additional turret here on the bottom.
Does have a lot of damage, but I do wonder about his impact as the game comes along and Doran gets even more fed.
I think it's Hanwha, you really need to group and look for picks. And I know that's...
Nice shout to just back away, but that does mean that HLE are going to be getting even more golds in the side lane. Pays trying to match that in mid as his jungler.
It looks like basically what T1 have decided is They're going to bank this on one big team fight here with Actualizer for Faker. They're just playing it slow. He's farming it out. They're like, we can win this game off one big team fight. As well, he's got Falcon Flash, 3 items at the ready. Almost has his 4th. This Dragon, again, it's just the big tense point. It's Kanavi.
Kanavi's going to send it. Does he have his team with him? He kind of does. Pays is going to get that flash off, though, as he's trying desperately to live, and he does not. As eventually he goes down, Doran exhausted in amongst 3 of them, and he's not going to be able to do much. Kanavi might eventually go down to Faker here, but it looks like HLE are winning this fight. Owner flashing and dying, and Faker the only one who can do damage left in this fight. That's going to do it for that one, as HLE take down 4, and they will take this Baron.
That may have been the game-ending moment with Faker. Once again, just alone. Really nice flank angle he picks up. That's Baron for HLE. Alone, even with Karria's support, he won't be able to get it done. Great play from Kanavi. They're looking for that Dragon. This is Soul for Hanwha Life Esports.
I mean, Owner, no flash. His spear can't reach from there, so it's just T1 assuming they can keep Pays alive on the Lucian with the Melio. Not against this comp. It's not gonna. He doesn't have his TP. He's the only one not here, but they weren't gonna defend at this turret regardless.
Still alive. Just focus your efforts on one area where you can look for that single target blow up. Say, Pays, you can't walk up. You have no flash. And this inhibitor is free. Now, Faker is going to be able to get an interim return in mid, but I think that's really the only play for him. So, and in fact, I thought it was lower. He might not even get the whole thing. It is 2026, so he's like, yes, I will. Wolf, watch me do this. Let me press all my buttons.
Yeah.
Clear this wave and then do massive damage to the turret. He will ultimately get it, it looks like here, but it's just not an equivalent exchange on the map. Barely gets it calculated.
Close. I mean, they were definitely considering, yeah, they're going to pull the trigger here as Zeka going to keep him around. Even gets the knockback, and I think Faker going to have to try to realm warp out of this one or just actualize his way out. Nearly kills. No, he gets the kill on a Zeka, and he just barely doesn't get away. As Kanavi gets there and shuts it down, but at least he took one with him.
Yeah, that is going to stifle a little bit of the power here. You can look at gold as we'll watch Faker actually real quick. Actualizer on 3, 3rd item, 3rd hotkey. He's going to press it, and I love how you put this to actualize his way out of here. Because that is exactly what happened until he ultimately does go down here. He's out of the run up for a second, cannot quite get back in. You have the Ambessa, but this is just so much control over the map, which makes it incredibly difficult to walk out here as T1. They can use these, these buff wards. Oh, why the name is Phalites. Yeah, to try to see you, but I mean, they're coming. They know they're coming, but there's nothing they can do to stop the siege. They're like, all right, I can see you're coming, and now
Owner puts up the shield, but again, the CC lasts for too long. He does flash away and actually does live. Lots of damage is going on in, as now Doran accesses the backline, and the follow-up from Faker is right there. They've got Pays, they have the front line, and HLE are just routed. They go a little bit too deep, trying to kill a Pantheon, and they are going to pay the iron price for it. Kanavi by himself behind everyone. He is absolutely dead, and T1 turned this game on its head.
And Doran actually with the insane play there on the turnaround. The follow-up comes through from Faker.
Corky and press his stun and win a fight that way, but if they're going deep and they're getting out of position, you've got Ryze, Pantheon, even Karria throwing balls at them. Like, there are ways for T1 to keep you around. This damage onto the Baron is not going to be contestable by T1, so it's just one fight that kind of gets them back in the game a little bit. But HLE are still in control of the map right now.
This Elder is started. Their inhibitor respawned. Owner dodges a second shove here, but they're gonna have to roll warp in.
Wait, they're just going in. They're getting a better position actually as a team. The Equalizer does an insane amount to Karria, but only Karria Delight is gonna zone them away essentially by himself, and he's Alistair, and the double knockback is gigantic. They have the Elder on top of it. Pays trying desperately to hold on, but it just doesn't look like enough. With Elder Dragon, you have to imagine HLE can end this game.
Pays against the world here. He's going to attempt the recall, but I don't think this has a happy ending.
There's just no way. He's trying to kite it out, but the burn with the Rumble and the Zhonya's is enough, and it looks like HLE have done it. They will look to push and end game number 1.
Fantastic game of League of Legends between these two teams. Pays caught a few too many times in this one, though, on the Lucian, giving Hanwha Life Esports enough control. We were praising his control of the 2v2, but as you pointed out several times, Guman Delight handled it really well in this game. And Kanavi ends up finding the right picks at the right time. Faker trying his best to side, got the Ryze online, but HLE will reign supreme here in game number 1.
a decisive victory.